Now we're here with RDU casting this match, Firebat versus Ikealyou. Quick prediction, RDU, who will take it from your caster vision right now? You know, you see the classes, you see the bands. Shaman and Warlock is banned, and Warlock for Ikealyou. Firebat, Shaman is banned.
I think this Druid mirror match is pretty important. We can see like Firebat having like Warlock and Ikealyou having Shaman. So whoever wins the Druid mirror match should be like slightly favored, but it can go any way. It's last year standing, so like a 3-0 sweep can happen at any point in the game.
Did you just start talking slower on purpose?
No.
Okay. So turn one, Jade Idol for Ikealyou, which makes every single golem from now more powerful, because 1/1 golem is of course useless. But in this case, actually no player has Wild Growth or Jade Blossoms. That's also impactful in the game. It's actually better to watch Druid Mirrors when either both players have the growth or none of them has, right? Because then it's more even for both of the players. But in this case, there's still an access to Innervate. Do you think it's worth to Innervate the Jade Spirit in this case?
No, I think you should like play the Nourish and probably like ramp up. The only problem with that is that you might run out of cards.
And pretty fast with that.
Yeah, but it's like the only line of play. If you draw, you're way too much behind, and if you do not do this, you will not have another opportunity to do it. So you have to do it and just hope you draw the curve. You already have your next turn secured, but you need to draw something for turn 6, or otherwise your opponent might run you over. Now you see Firebat also has the Innervate. He is... Oh, that's pretty difficult.
That changes a lot, right? Because you can either Innervate the Azodrake or his own Nourish, but in this case when he has the Wild Growth, the Nourish is not an option anymore. So either he just plays Wild Growth and curves into Azodrake naturally next turn, which seems to be a better option, and you still get to keep the Innervate, if I believe Firebat is playing an Auctioneer as well in this deck. So might have some more merit, right?
I actually think that Nourish also was an option. Like you could Nourish for mana and then Wild Growth, but that's already probably even more all-in than your opponent already went. By playing Azodrake, you secure the board. Ooh, we see Ikealyou picking up that Aya.
That is quite insane for next turn. But I feel like Jade Spirit this turn is better when you have another golem, or actually 2 golems, on turn 6. Because right now, if you just kill the Azodrake, your opponent doesn't benefit that much from the spell damage. Like there might be a Wrath, right? It kills the 2/2 golem, draws him a card, then trades into the 2/3 Jade Spirit. But after that, there's really not that much happening. And if you trade you with Aya next turn, it doesn't really hurt you that much, because from that point, every single golem will be very powerful.
I don't know, like, if you do not kill the Azodrake now, he's going to, like, contest Aya next turn, and that can be, like, an issue, too. Like, by killing the Azodrake now, Aya is, like, uncontested, kind of. Yes, your turn 7 is gonna be worse, because, as you said, not getting the golem power early on might hurt you. But at the same time, you cannot just leave Azodrake up. It's the best minion in Druid, and you want to kill it. It's also, like, innervated out, so it's ahead of the curve.
More, right?
So if you deal with it, your opponent probably will not have anything that great. It's interesting, by the way, that Firebat just like chose to play the standard Druid and not the Gadgets on Jade Druid that everybody has been playing until now.
Well, we had 2 players already in the tournament playing in Group A, Ostkaka and what was the second player? Ostkaka. I can't remember, but
Xixo.
Yes, Xixo. Ostkaka and Xixo were both playing Aviana Druid, and it seems like Firebat is also choosing that option, unless he doesn't play Aviana at all. But
do you see what he drew? He drew Mark of the Wild. He plays it in his deck.
How the hell that happened?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's...
Firebat trying some shenanigans.
Mark of the Wild, what would be the reasoning here? It increases the amount of taunts against aggressive decks, because you can just taunt whatever you play. Basically an Archon Giant that can be played for less amount of mana, and then can use the Mark of the Wild on the Archon Giant to stop the aggro decks in place. But at the same time, you need to spend a lot of mana to get that Archon Giant out anyway, because you need to play spells first. So an interesting choice, definitely interesting.
We will see how that pans out. I'm not sure if he'll get the opportunity to use it, because like it's not really a great spell for Arcane Giant, because you want to play it on Arcane Giant, so that presumes like playing Arcane Giant beforehand. We see Ikealyou continuing to draw really nicely.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that's something that Jade Druid can do. You have very little bad draws. Like most of your deck is Cycle and Jade cards.
Mhm.
So like you just try to start the Jade train as soon as you can, and then just pursue it.
The only problem is that it has a slow start, right?
Yeah.
You just don't have the Kickstarter.
Oh,
from
so
the
he's playing
beginning.
Aviana. It's just like a different build.
Mhm.
Also with Arcane Giants. We saw Eloise
So-
playing something similar, but I think it's a bit too greedy.
I guess the Mark of the Wild is there for I taunted up Kun. You play Aviana, Kun, then you taunt up Kun. You still have mana.
Yeah,
right?
I can see that. But yeah, you need the combo pieces.
Oh, I would
And-
love to see the Innervate right now for Jade
Ikealyou
Spirit.
doesn't really give him time
Yeah,
to get
there's
his
no
combo
way.
pieces.
There's no way he doesn't play this card.
Yeah, you do it for sure.
There's no way also for Firebat to actually deal with this board. There's no single spell in the Druid arsenal that can deal with such a wide board.
There is one in Wild, like Poison Seeds or something like that.
Well, okay, but we're not
Yeah,
playing
I
Wild.
know.
Did you read the rules for the tournament? They're even being, spoken on the scene for like
Yeah,
10 times already.
Yeah, I'm top 8, so I guess I know I know how this tournament goes.
So it looks...
Hashtag humble brag.
yeah. Rap God. You need to speak up faster,
Do you want to challenge me?
No, man. I'm the slowest speaking caster in the scene.
We are casting Hearthstone, not football. Or soccer for the Americans watching.
But let's get back to the game. Is there any way?
No, there's nothing. I mean, he'll try to like taunt up the giant, but like I don't think that will save him for that much time.
Basically,
Like,
that trades with 2 minions.
No, it's lethal on board, right?
13 damage and 14
lethal
from
on
the hero
board.
power. Yeah, it's lethal on board. Exactly.
So I don't know what Firebat is doing. He hopes his
Well,
opponent will not see it.
it's just sportsmanship, and he doesn't want to concede in a tournament, which is admirable. Or he just wants his opponent to misplay.
Why is it sportsmanship? Can you explain me?
I feel like it's in a good manner to not concede a match and just let your opponent win.
I don't know. I think it's just a waste of time.
Also, he can disconnect.
Yeah. Hoping for a disconnect at the line. I don't think that's what Firebat is trying to do.
Of course not, I'm just joking.
Maybe he didn't see it, I don't know. Or maybe, as you said, he thinks it's sportsmanship, even though I cannot see like a reason.
I mean, your opponent can't misplay, right? Can attack with
6
wrong
plus
minions.
4. Unless math got patched, I don't think he can misplay.
Okay, the first game goes to Firebat. Oh, that's us.
Oh, hi.
First game, sorry, not to Firebat, to Ikealyou.
Yeah.
With the Jade Druid. So now he sticks with that Jade Druid, and he will have to play against either a Warlock
Or a warrior.
or a Warrior. So in this case, I feel like Warrior has better chances if it is a Pirate Dragon Warrior.
Yeah. I think Pirate Warrior also like beats Druid.
But Firebat goes for Zoo.
The first
Look
Zoo of the
at
tournament.
that.
He plays Patches in Zoo.
Pirate Patches.
What's Patches
Zoo.
doing in Zoo?
I
What pirate can you play? Like, first of all, like Warlock cannot have access to weapons.
Yeah,
He
but so
plays
you
Bloodsail
play
Corsair,
yeah,
okay.
exactly. You play the same exact pirate as Warlock, Arena Warlock from JJ and Life Coach. So the
Yeah, but this
Bloodsail
is Zoo.
Corsair. I mean, you can understand the importance of weapon hate when you play against another aggressive decks, right? Against a rogue, against a warrior, you can destroy one durability from a Fairy Warax, which means that you have one more minion, right? That matters a lot. There was a reason why some time ago Zoo was running multiple weapon hates as well, right? So I can definitely see it. I'm just surprised that Firebat is the second person in the tournament that actually plays Zoo. But look at that. The opener from Ikealyou.
There's like multiple ways to play
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's a complicated turn.
The one play I think you don't make is like playing the 4-drop. I think you either like coin Wild Growth and you take it slow and go next turn for okay, he goes for the 4-drop. I don't know, like it gets kind of very easily contested. That's what I don't like about it.
So coin Wild Growth, then you play Jade Blossom naturally on turn 2. And then you go into Jade Spirit, and you still keep the Innervate. So in case you get to draw a Jade Behemoth or an Azure Drake, you have a better way of playing it.
Yeah, at the same time, this play like curves out nicely, but you let your opponent get a lot of value out of his 1-2.
Oh, there's a Flame Hemp. Always nice.
Yeah, I think you take Flaming because Shifter Zeros is too unreliable. Flaming Pizza card that you already play in your deck twice. You'd play like more than twice if you could. So like, yeah.
Alright. Or the
No,
free minions on board. Actually, Petrus might be important in Zoo because it gives you another target for Direwolf as well, right? You get wider board from the beginning of the game. So
I still think it's a bit too inventive. Like, I don't know. People are probably way too in love with patches. Like, Zoo is the one place I don't think patches really fits. But yeah, if you want to play weapon hate, I don't know. I still probably would just play Wooz. But Firebat wants to surprise us and probably surprise his opponent.
I guess it worked, right? No one would have anticipated that.
Pretty hard decision for Ikealyou here. The thing is that if you don't play Walgot now, the next time you're gonna play Walgot is on 5, and that's kind of like late.
Yeah, that's true.
So you probably just go for the Walgot now.
The other option is basically hero power, and that's basically it. Hero power or
Living
Roots.
Roots,
But
Jade
Living
Idol.
Roots at this turn is kind of
Weak.
not. Also, doesn't fit the curve, right? You can play Jade Blossom next turn into Living Roots because it's 4 mana, or you can just go for Jade Idol, Living Roots, hero power. So there's a lot of options. It depends what will be on board. But in this case, I feel like the best option is to Living Roots, the Direwolf, and then play Jade Blossom. I mean, Jade Blossom needs to be played at some point, so maybe there's a small reason that you would like to go for the Jade Idol, hero power down the 1/1. But I'm not sure.
No, I like the play that he went for. Like, it's fine. Firebat can now guarantee the discard of the Silverware Golem and efficiently trade the board
And that is insane.
and play on curve.
That is really insane.
Really good start. Now he just needs to top deck Doomguard and he has the game in the bag.
Not even Doomguard, like basically by having such a wide board right now against the Druid, you guarantee the win by just doing that. But every single minion now that we've played, it doesn't have to be big, you just have to have multiple targets. Fandral. Okay. But he goes for the Jade Idol first because of the fact that he wants to draw a swipe. Without drawing a swipe, I don't feel like he can get back on the board, so I don't blame him for using the Jade Idol first. It's not a misplay, it's definitely a correct move.
It's not really like he wants to draw the swipe, it's like he doesn't want to draw the Jade Idol yet. It's a matchup where you just want to like play the Jade Idol for minion and you don't want to draw it. At this point, like you want to draw swipe, you want to draw Nourish, you want to get your better cards, even like Wrath to cycle or like Jade Behemoth. You just don't want to like...
a simple Jade
draw
Idol
dead.
doesn't cut it. In this case, let's see the tap first, because that will give you more options, right? Unless you want to sacrifice the minion for the 3/3, then you get to draw a card for 0 mana instead of the tap, which can give you access to a Doomguard. Maybe that's what Firebat is thinking here. It's a Defender Argus. So unfortunately, but
Like-
unfortunately, it doesn't fit the curve to play both cards.
You can play the Defender, trade the 4/4 and the 1/1, and then just go face with the Voidwalker.
Yeah, pretty decent. The only problem is that the Golem will die most likely next turn.
Yeah, but it dies anyways, there's no point in trading the 1/1s. Unless you want to play around the swipe. But if the next card is not swipe, it's correct going face. And since there's only like 2 swipes and like 20 cards or something like that, it's probably like the correct play to go face there.
Yeah, I agree. Still, it still leaves Ikealyou in an uncomfortable spot unless you'll get to draw now Jade Behemoths, because they can stop the Zoo from dealing damage to him, can also trade up, and you get basically a 5/5 for 0 mana. Ooh, well,
Really good card by Firebat. I think the only saving grace for Ikealyou would be like a Nourish. That would give him like more fuel. Oh, he plays double Bloodsail Corsair.
a light.
Yeah. Maybe that makes it worth it to play the patches, but still, I don't know. I think it's still... Oh.
For a second I thought it's a Nourish because I saw a 5, but it's still a good card. Like, apart from Jade Behemoth, I think that's one of the best cards that you can draw.
Yeah, because it puts 2 golems in play.
And you can still trade and get another golem that will be a 5/5, but a second Defender of Argus doesn't make a difference. Not yet. Doomguard. Wow.
Okay, Firebat needs to start going face here.
Yeah, definitely. This is 7 damage to the face. There's no point. There is no point in trading.
The only consideration was like buffing the Bloodsail Corsair to like leave your opponent with like awkward trades. But I think this is better because you don't want to miss that 1 damage. It might matter in the end.
It also depends if Firebat is playing Soulfire or not, PO or not. might not actually play it because he plays the Pirates now, right? So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had to cut something.
I don't know, there are some tech slots in Zoo, but depends how he wants to build it.
So now I feel like this is the time when you need to use Ref for drawing a card. Well, you can kill the Librarian instantly with the Ref. Then you can trade the 3/4 with the 4/4 and still kill the second defense of August. I'm really not sure about this.
I think it's okay to cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And he drew another Jade card. Not the best one, but he's not dead yet with the current information that we possess. 2 damage of lethal for Firebat.
Might be one.
Plenty of outs.
Well, this might be lethal, right?
You just play. It probably will not be lethal, but you probably still play your hand because there's almost no way you can die.
Definitely not. 19 health when your opponent has 10, 15, 17, 18 from board. You can always trade your Defender Vargus if everything goes, really bad. 1 damage to the face, so 20% now to win the game instantly. Let's see what happens with the second juggle. Does it go face? No, but it hits the best minion, actually. So pretty good sniper, I would say. That was actually the best outcome apart from winning the game.
Yeah, there's nothing that kills you now, so you just...
So he will not Ikealyou.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, this
that's
is
the worst
definitely a good draw. Could
I mean,
have had for a better draw than that.
I really don't know, like, something that could have saved him. Maybe Swipe. Yeah, Swipe would have saved him, but he was still, like, on the verge of dying whenever, like, Firebat picked up the second Doom Guard or Soulfire if he plays them.
Ah, he played the patches already.
yeah.
But anyway, there's a way that Ikealyou will now get back into this game. It was pretty damn close anyway. Without the Doom Guard, it was actually pretty now dangerous for Firebat because the Jade Golems now started to be really bulky and they always traded up or just smashed his face and he was pretty damn close to dying after just one swing turn. Right?
Yeah, I think, like, both players had, like, really good openers and, like, Firebat just was more aggressive. I think the flame he picked out of Pedler was, like, really impressive and, like, really powerful.
Well, it dealt 6 damage, right?
Yeah,
If I remember correctly. So that's quite a lot from a single mana point.
The weapon hate is real.
Weapon hate is there already, and now the question is how many weapons Ikealyou does play. And it depends on which version he's playing. If he's playing the Jade Golem Shaman version, that means he will be playing at least 4 weapons. Because there are 2 Spirit Claws and 2 Jade Claws. And maybe there will be a Doomhammer as well. Right? Against the Doomhammer, the Bloodsucker set doesn't really mean that much because it's only removal of 2 damage. But basically against the Jade Golem, Jade Claws, it's very impactful.
He opts to go for the Corsair. Very interesting, instead of playing the Voidwalker. He's really afraid of drawing patches, even though there's, like, only a 4% per turn to do so.
Isn't it less than 4%? Like 1 out of 20 is 5%, and he has currently 26 cards in the deck.
1 out of 25 is 4.
Okay, never mind that.
So it's like 3.90 on the 1 out of 26, and then from 1 out of 25 is 4, and then it's like 4 point something.
Patches versus Patches, the new theme of the expansion. I guess
As I said, I think it's overplayed, patches right now. I don't think it should be played that much, like in Rena Lock or in Zoo Warlock. But yeah, people love him. It's a free Stone Town's boar.
And it's a pirate on top of that, man.
I mean, he's not gonna help the Zoo that it's a pirate, but yeah.
What if you played Shifting?
Too bad the Warlock doesn't have weapons.
What would Warlock have? Oh yeah, for the Buccaneer. Never mind. Stupid question.
I'm surprised Paladin is not played with pirates yet, because they have weapons, but they have bad ones.
Well, you have Argent Lance. I have seen that being used for Buccaneers, but that's actually like really bad. So, yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but the thing is that your deck is cheap if you wanna play pirates, and Argent Lance requires you to win the joust. Imagine if Paladin still had Master for Battle.
Oh, that would be the nuts.
Yeah. Pirate Paladin, that would be like the meta.
I guess I don't want to try out Wild for a while.
I mean, Wild has GVG, so it's already really annoying to play sometimes.
Alright, let's go back into the game. A 10-2 for Ikealyou. The natural way of playing will be just Totem Golem and probably trade?
Nah, you go face, he's gonna trade for you.
But he can trade with the Totem Golem instead, right?
But you want him to do that. You want your Trog
Yeah,
to
you're
stay
actually
alive.
right. The Trog is actually better in this matchup.
Yeah, yeah. Trog is better in every matchup, you just go face.
He
Like,
goes for the other options.
The
so
decision
Finn-
is like if you want to like Finley Bolt into Totem Golem, or if you want Totem Golem into Finley Bolt.
Which one do you prefer? The Bolt?
I don't know, like
I mean,
this.
both have merit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In this case, you're like 100% sure that your Trog will live. Because there's no way that the opponent, apart from Soulfire, there's no way that the opponent will kill it. But even with a Soulfire, I don't feel like it's a good decision right now, because you need board state first.
I mean, he's gonna get board state next turn, but yeah, I agree with you. Probably Totem Golem was like slightly better. But we see Firebat's hand, and probably that influences our decision. Yeah, the pirate that Firebat kept in his hand was not really effective. 1 mana, 1/2, not that great. Still think it's a very, very questionable decision from Firebat to play those guys in his deck.
There's a Doomhammer, by the way, and it will be played naturally, so Lightning on turn 4 to kill a minion, or just
He's overloaded.
straight it down. Oh, you're right, the Totem Golem. You're correct. But it doesn't change the turn 5 in this case.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting to see like Doomhammer being played. Like a lot of people have been cutting it and just playing the Aya version that Spo made and popularized.
It seems to be quite powerful, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think Jade Shaman is pretty good, but you don't rely on the Jade combos. You just like just play Shaman and have the Jades as an extra,
Yeah.
just like random minions that put pressure on your opponent.
I mean, you have it on top of sources of damage. Basically, Jade Claws is 4 damage and a minion, right?
Yeah.
Jade Lightning is like an eviscerate with a minion, basically.
You also get like more powerful openers for the pirates. You don't only rely on Trog, Totem Golem. Now you have
Yeah,
some
yeah,
other
definitely.
pirates.
Yeah,
So it's like a massive chance you like open very aggressively.
correct. I would turn 4, and this time it will not be the time for the hammer time, so it's just Jade Lightning, creating a 1/1, which is not very powerful, but still is actually puts an impact on the board against Zoo. Maybe not against in-game boss, but or 2, but it's still a good minion in general against Zoo.
Yeah. I'm not sure about last turn. Like, yes, Maelstrom is like one of the best cards against Zoo, but on the other hand, overkilling the Knife Juggler, I don't really know.
Oh wow, he just went for the Abusive Sergeant here? That is really interesting.
Yeah, I don't think it was needed, but I'm also not sure that Jade Lightning from Ikealyou was warranted, because usually Maelstrom is good against Zoo because you have spell power sources, which I don't think his deck has, and not even having access to like the spell power totem. I don't think that Maelstrom is gonna be like that great in this matchup. Like, to make it great, he has to like face tank the Yin-Yang boss twice, and that's something you really don't want to do.
True. Oh, that's a good play for next turn.
Yeah, I think Firebat is in a really good spot right now.
Oh, would you kill first the
Yeah.
Buccaneer? What if you just play Imgun Boss first?
And what if it hits the Buccaneer?
Then you try to kill it with another spawn from the Imgun Boss.
No, this way you have like a very good chance to kill the whole board. It's definitely correct.
Okay.
And I also like the positioning. Like, usually you want the Yin-Yang boss on the far left,
But you have 2.
but you have 2. You still like want them on the far left, one near each other. But you want the juggler outside the area of battle.
Of trades as well,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You don't want to
you
trade
never
up
want to
with
trade the juggler, so you want to
yeah.
put the juggler on one side and just leave it there. So yeah, I like the positioning. Can Ikealyou do something? He can like double trade it and then like
double
Maelstrom
trade it?
ping.
I don't feel like in this position you can win the game by trading anymore. Your opponent has already 6-7 damage on board. Every single attack into Imbium goes guarantees one more damage basically. So I feel like 4 damage this turn, you have a possibility of pinging down the health as well. That gives you 5 damage per turn, right? And
I think you should kill the juggler at least.
well, yeah, the juggler might be a good point. You're correct about that.
And you can probably ping the 1/1. Kill the juggler, ping the 1/1 ferals if you want to go for the aggressive approach. That's probably the best way to do it, because the Yin-Yang bosses without getting buffed by external sources will not be enough to like get for the feral spirits. I don't think you should ping the 2/1 because then you give him like minions. If you ping the 1/1, you put him in a more awkward situation where he needs extra buffing.
Yeah.
And now I don't think you should kill the 1-1 either.
There's Abusive Sergeant, which...
Yeah, now perfectly being able to like kill it. He needs to think if he wants to tap or if it's
Well, he
too
can get a
risky.
golem if he taps first, right? But that's the only upside from tapping before playing Doomguard.
Yeah, you definitely don't tap first, that's risky.
Yeah.
Unless you feel lucky, as you said. Or unless you feel in a position where you cannot win unless you get the golem.
But do you
probably
even
don't
tap
need to
as
tap.
well?
You probably don't need to tap.
So now the Milestone Portal might actually help a little bit, because you have an option to kill the Imgang boss and clear the entire board, so only a Doomguard remains. And that's actually quite insane, because it's not enough pressure.
Wow.
Oh my god! The
Wow.
Pit Snake is one of the best drops that we could have get right now. I mean, maybe Elven
the
Archer would be even better, because it just deals more damage.
Who?
Not Elven Archer, sorry. The Hunter minion, the one to one when you have an empty hand, you deal 2 damage whenever you
Brave
deal power.
Archer.
Yeah, Brave Archer, exactly.
Firebat picks up the Soulfire, he's gonna have to Soulfire the 2-1. Not,
That's quite
lose his
insane.
Doomguard. I think you have to hit face. 6 damage is a lot. I don't think that drop is
5
worth.
damage. 5 damage to your face. You saw already a lightning bolt. So what can happen is a second Jade Lightning, 2 lava bursts, and what else is there? Basically, that's it.
Maybe you have to trade it actually. Because if you don't trade it, he can kill your Dara of Alpha and then he still sticks on the board. And that's pretty annoying. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 4 more damage from the Doomhammer, so not much. Oh my! 7/7 is a huge creature.
He still needs something else other than this to be able to like secure the victory. It's still like a back and forth battle. Like, let's say Firebat can get like an Argus and put himself in a really favorable
Didn't he play 2
situation.
already?
Hmm?
I think he played 2 already.
Oh, did he?
Maybe that was the last game. Second Eye of Alpha is not enough to trade up, and that also doesn't help. So 6 damage to the face and a concede button. Here we go.
What do you say about sportsmanship?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just talking out of my back.
Yeah.
So 1-1. Ikealyou gets the win with the Shaman against the Zoo. Against the teched out Zoo with 2 really underpowered minions in this matchup, so no wonder that Firebat has had a rocky start with 2 Bloodseal Corsairs in the opening hand, right? They basically don't do much.
But he kept it. He kept them.
He kept 1, right? Because he
No,
wanted
he kept
to-
both.
He kept both?
He kept both. He did keep both.
Now that's weird, right?
Yeah. He really likes it. Oh.
Oh my
no,
god.
now this is weird. Yeah.
So this means
Firebat is here to impress us with his interesting lineup.
he's really trying out different things.
Yeah, you have to appreciate him for that. Wow, Don Hancho.
Okay, now I'm
That's
like,
probably like the first time in Hearthstone history to ever see playing competitive.
I mean, this is the first Grime Street card that we see in a
Yeah.
tournament at all. Like, not a single card.
You
is
played it
being
versus
used.
me in that show match.
Yeah, well, that was so much, man. And I wanted to
Yeah.
play just Grime Goons. But in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
case, this is actually being played.
Yeah.
So,
Don Hancho. I don't know, I think it's overcosted for what he does. And I don't know, maybe somebody like maybe Firebat found a
I mean, it has an
Combo.
upside on charge minions, right?
Yeah.
There's an upside on the Ali Armor Smith. Because then you get a huge, toned up minion that just adds up tons of armor.
Yeah, but
right?
that's super bad to like removal spells.
Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it isn't. By the way, the patches in hand.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad.
I mean, it's like 12% per game. And if you look at the math and the number of games we had, we should see patches way more often than we already do.
I think we did like 3 times.
Okay.
So there's the Ali Armor Smith, there's an Armor Smith, so that's already a huge problem for Agro decks. Unfortunately for Firebat, there's just an easy way to clear that Armor Smith already.
I'm really curious what is in Ikealyou's mind right now when he sees the Armor Smith. He's like, what is this? Is a new tech for pirates?
Is it a new card?
New card.
I don't know if I like the trade with the Buccaneer, because when you see Armor Smith, you think,
Ravaging Goal.
yes, exactly.
Oh, Ravaging Goal.
See? And I think that was actually a huge misplay.
Yeah, probably. Probably it was, you're right, yeah. But he played it super fast, he didn't think of it. He probably didn't even like manage to like process it yet. Like sometimes you are like on the game plan and you like know the meta decks, but if somebody plays something off meta, it will take you will maybe like not recognize it from the first card they play.
I mean, but come on, Armor Smith is kind of like telegraphic what the opponent is playing.
I mean, maybe he just like didn't make the connection in his mind. It can happen.
But he got punished,
Yeah.
so too bad for him.
Yeah. Also, like this Shaman deck, I don't think he's running Hex, so that's like super good for the Ikealyou.
Oh yeah,
Armor Smith.
definitely.
But he has to also buff her somehow, because like only with 2 attack, I don't think he's gonna do that much. But now he still has the execute.
Well, he has the Don't Hand Show, right?
Oh,
By the
he
way,
can buff
Sleep
Sogod
already.
with Don't Hand Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Sogod with the Don't Hand Show might be nuts.
Why did he play it now?
Just wants to survive till he can play Don't Hand Show and the Sogod.
He could execute it, the Golem.
Well, he wants to keep the execute for the 7/7.
But
I
he
mean,
doesn't
there was
have
no,
an activator.
maybe he has like tons of activators in this deck.
I don't know, I don't really like this move. I think it's a bit premature.
So here's one Golem. He might still be playing an Execute. Sorry, an Revenge or Whirlwind up. But Shield Slam might help here because it just kills the Totem
Yeah.
Golem and leaves only 1 attack minions on board.
I guess if you're playing Shield Summon, it was probably okay to like keep the execute. Like, yeah, you are losing the game instantly if you play execute and he has a 7/7. But at the same time, I don't know, the Ikealyou Armor was pretty not powerful.
That's a good draw, by the way, for Ikealyou. Having the Flaming Totem now available to deny more draws than 1 from the Acolyte of Pain. At the same time, you save yourself the Rock Biter for Doomhammer draw. That's actually super important.
Wow, that's 2 really good draws for Firebat. The Corcon Elite and the Fiery Warriors are going to be able to pick up both minions from the board.
That
you
is sweet.
probably trade the Corcon into the 0/3 and use your face to like kill the Finley.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, because you want to like
I mean, it's
let it
1
survive
damage,
on board.
Yeah. Yeah, good point, good point. The survival is very important here. Mouse and Portal will make a difference, but in general, your opponent might not have it, and he probably... Well, he actually could have kept it in opening hand because he might have anticipated Pirate Warrior, in
Yeah,
example, right?
By the way, he needs to win the RNG with Don Hancho, because
Yeah,
he can also buff
50-50,
Harrison.
man.
I
Or
don't,
maybe
I don't think
33
Firebat.
if he draws a minion.
I don't really think Firebat wants to eject up Harrison.
Unless your opponent will play Doomhammer. And like, yeah, I guess that's fine. Oh, well, that's a bad...
That's a really bad
That's a
target.
bad target for Don
13-13
Hancho.
rag.
That's a
See?
horrible target for Don Hancho.
Oh! Insane! the 33%.
The
Now if
the
he leaves,
upside is real.
if he leaves until turn 9, there's like no way he loses this game. Okay. Maybe I called it a bit too early. The caster's curse.
There might be a Doomhammer next turn as well. And that's kind of horrible. But still, man. How big is that? Is that Sogod right now?
Oh, you probably just fire your as the 2/3 and use the 5/6 to kill the 7/7. You don't really
Yeah,
care. Like as
you
long as
just
you can kill
execute
that
that.
without taking that much damage, you like guarantee the win next time through the Sogod, the Slither.
I agree, definitely. That's a very good move. And instant recognition from Firebat.
He dies to Doomhammer, by the way.
Will it be the draw? Will it be the Doomhammer? He
needs it
had
now, or
20
else he
cards in
loses
the
the game.
deck. No. So
Yeah.
5% or 10% depends on how many Doomhammers are there in the deck to win the game.
Yeah. A lot of
Actually, a
recruits.
little bit more because it was 19 cards, actually, not 20.
Let's see Ikealyou's expression when Firebat is playing the Sogod.
Yeah, this will be insane.
10-14.
What? This is a new meme.
Imba.
Look at that, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that's game.
I know the feeling. I lost because of Sogod in the last Seed Story Cup, so I was kind of upset. But this is like, what?
Actually, I still think we called it too early. Ikealyou could have gotten like the second Flame Tongue.
Oh yeah, right. The second
Why is he
flame-
trading? Like, the second Flame Tongue is the only way he would have won. I don't think he should have traded here.
He got tilted.
You think he got tilted?
Yeah, well.
Maybe he
just
plays
saw a
only one Flame
10-14
Tongue, I don't know.
minion.
But like, he could
Not
just like pass the
possible
turn.
that he plays
could, like,
one flame. The 100%
okay,
he's just playing
Firebat
one.
would have revenge anyways. Yeah, his game. Pretty much. Do
Do
you even want to
play
revenge?
that? No, you don't. Because it damages free to the Sogod, right? Makes no sense. It's just Ragnar's here.
Yeah. You probably don't even use the weapon to swing. I don't really see a reason to kill the Horse Rider. Because then you can like hit the 1/1.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just play Rag, have him there on board. with Armor Smith and Sogot, probably he could have also went face. I'm not sure if the trade was like necessary, because like now he could get more damage.
I mean, you can
guaranteed.
die to double. You would have died anyway to double lava bursts. So never mind.
Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. Like, there's no way he loses from this position. But imagine if the Sogot wouldn't get buffed, then it would be like a bit
Kind of
of
closer, like way closer, right? It's 5 HP more.
Yeah.
So in this case, you can
Yeah, you
clear
probably
the
played
board.
Tempo Harrison.
Oh,
I don't know actually.
Well,
you only played if it gives you lethal.
Two Rogue Biters were already played, right?
Yeah.
And you can't kill your opponent next turn.
Yeah,
so
it-
I
it
guess the
gives-
Harrison is not needed, or
No, it
if you
is
play
needed.
Harrison to
It
actually
gives you
have
lethal.
lethal. Right?
Yeah, it sets up
exactly.
lethal.
So
Maybe he should have played it. But he wins anyways, probably. Like, I really don't see a way he can lose this.
the Revenge is clearing the board, so guaranteed 8 damage to the face if he wants to play the Revenge.
Yeah.
I guess you could draw first, of course. No. Oh, that's a nice addition.
I guess you can probably play that.
I guess you can say that this warrior is kind of anti-aggro
Yeah, he might want to keep the Harrison,
to just conceal the information,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
but
I mean,
it's
is
not so
there-
much.
There's still
Warrior,
warrior.
yeah. I mean, Warrior is not gonna play around Harrison.
Yeah,
if
no
he
way.
plays Pirate Warrior, he's just gonna like go for it.
Yeah, if you have a weapon, you probably play it and swing it. So
Yeah. So I don't know how
guaranteed
much-
lethal here.
Yes.
You don't even need the Ragnars. Anyway, what a game!
Yeah.
Don Han Cho being played first time in a tournament and actually hits the sweet spot. Sogot the Slither being at 10-14. It's kind of meme-tastic. Something new for the Twitter and for Reddit as well. So a new meme has been born, I'm sure of that. It's actually pretty decent. I mean, what are the other targets you can hit with the Don Han Cho in this deck? There's the Cochrane Elite.
And
Ali
probably
Armor
Grommash,
Smith.
I assume. That's
mean,
pretty much it. I
Ali
don't think he plays Leroy.
Probably not, but we have decent targets. So Armor Smith, the
Yeah.
normal one, right? It's still
Yeah.
okay. Ali Armor Smith, insane.
Yeah.
Sogot, very good.
Sogot is the best because he is also like immune to removal spells. Wow,
Deathwing.
that's interesting.
Okay, I guess there's a lot of late game. He also plays Varian Vryn,
Yeah.
so that can take out all those cards. I mean, all those big minions from the deck, right? So getting out a free Deathwing is kind of nice.
Yeah, or a Sogot.
Yeah, Sogot is pretty damn nice as well.
Maybe Firebat broke the meta with his
The game will
patches,
crash.
with his patches zoo and Central Warrior. I think he has a really good hand, but at the same time, let's not underestimate the power of the Pirate Warrior. Because if they manage to like clear the minions, then they can just put themselves in a really favorable spot. The key is just trading as a Pirate Warrior. I know it's counterintuitive if you're like playing aggro, but the only way you can win against control decks.
But this is the like most aggressive pirate warrior possible, right? It doesn't play corruptors, doesn't play crushers.
Yeah,
So
I still think you should trade some minions. Like you cannot leave an Armor Smith.
I mean, of course, Armor Smith is like has a big red dot on the forehead.
Yeah.
You need to kill it.
Yeah. Now, Ravaging Ghoul, if it's played, I'm not even sure if it should
Yeah,
be played.
I think actually the weapon is better.
Yeah,
here.
the weapon seems better.
You buy tempo for the upcoming turn, so basically you have also an answer to
Frothing.
Yeah, Frothing Berserker is just super bad in this
Yeah.
situation when you can Ravaging Ghoul. So definitely nice.
This pirate is pretty good. It will take a lot of damage.
It's basically a better Frothing Berserker in this scenario.
Yeah. Do you even play the Ravaging Ghoul, or do you just go for the taunt?
If you go for the taunt, you kill the pirate with just the swing of the weapon. You're at 16, but to all the armor smiths in the upcoming turns. So I guess that's fine, because you have a way of regain the health that you lost. The only problem is that the minion is a 2/6 minion, so it doesn't really pair up with Cochrane Elite.
Yeah, but you have the Ravaging Ghoul to pick it up, but then you play like off curve. But it's still fine.
I mean, you can armor up,
Yeah.
so it's not bad.
He's not ideal. No, he takes 5. I don't
Which
know.
doesn't put any weight to the situation, but
Like, he basically trades 5 damage to have a deckhand instead of having a 1/1 and Zophor's mate on the board. I don't think the health is mega relevant, but yeah, maybe it's okay. Maybe every point of damage.
I think the points of damage are super important, even one,
Okay,
like in
okay.
this case.
I can see that.
Also,
Nice.
he plays Mortal Strike, so he kind of wants to get lower, right? In
Mhm.
case that damage will also matter.
Yeah. Now, do you think is the time you go just full face?
Yeah, I don't think you have enough time to actually do anything else. And Ali,
It's gonna be really good.
he gets the armor even when he attacks face,
Yes.
right? Yeah. So this will be annoying.
Yep. Huh? He wants to.
Basically,
is
you
a bit
get
too
the
greedy, I
same,
think.
right? You get the same outcome by hero powering this turn, because one Ali Armor Smith gets the one hero power next turn. So in this case, you get the same outcome, but next turn you can go for the shield block if you get a card that costs less than 4 and you can play it. Or you just go for the Ali Armor Smith at that point because you can hero power the same turn. I think that was actually a good choice.
Yeah, I think no matter how he would play this, he would win. Like, even if he would like shield block and hero power, he'll probably still win this game. I don't
Double
really see an
mortal
out for
strikes.
Ikealyou in this spot.
Well, he has basically 12 damage in hand, but now Firebat will regain 4 damage per turn, and Armor Smith has Taunt, which is insane when you think about it.
Yep.
How do you go through that?
You don't.
2/7 and has Taunt and generates
Wow.
armor. Like, wow!
The BM.
The BM from Firebat finishing up the Warrior with first time being played Ali Armor Smith as well
Yeah,
in the tournament.
Firebat's
So
lineup is crazy.
it's super anti-aggro.